And we're back on the air for a wrap-up of Gary J. in the Morning. 45 minutes left of the show, and we're going to wrap it up right here about 1:15 and bring you some more great music and wrap up our show. Just play some music, so we have one more part left in the show. So please, you got time left to join me. Give me a call on the Spreaker chat room and maybe visit me here, and we'll play some music for you here on GTRB Online. So keep it here, and coming right up. Let's see here. I'm going to talk a little bit. Well, yeah, we got some good stuff. Well, why don't we do quick in this last segment? Also, we're going to do what's on Spreaker, because tonight another great show hits there. Yep, you got it. Ed Delgado. Yeah, the Caramel Conservative will be back on the air with us again tonight. Got another great show lined up for you tonight, so I hope you'll tune in for him. He always has a slot. I got to hear what he's got to say about Joe Biden. Really. I gotta find out. I mean, if he's out there listening, stop by. As I want to hear what you think about this whole Joe Biden bit. Because, you know, this is in the news, and this is a Democrat, folks, running for president, and he appropriately touched women. I wonder how he's going to get away with this. And Donald Trump is picked on 24/7, and this is going to be good, folks. I'm telling you. I mean, this is just the old double standard, and we're going to see we're seeing it right before our very eyes. So we're going to see what's happening tonight. So listen to that. Tonight, Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. He's going to be on tonight. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to talk about it. Oh, I'm sure. He's probably got it on his list. Definitely. Because this is one for the books. Got to tell you. Hypocrisy at its very best. Michael J. Martin again with another song, Blood in the Rain. Coming up, the top 10 from 1965 on Gary J. in the Morning.
All that left on
Oh yeah, Blood in the Rain. Great song from our emerging artist. Yeah. Michael J. Martin, otherwise known as Martin. GJRP online on Spreaker, 29 before the hour of 1 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. Coming up, we're going to take a look at what's on Spreaker. Stay with me, but right now, we're going to go way, way back into the GJRB Wayback Machine. Yep, we're going to do that, yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go right back into my SFX here on our Spreaker public site here, on our board. I'm going to go down to SFX, pull back up my Time Machine sound effect. Where's that Time Machine sound effect? I got it on here. No ado. Yada, yada, yada. Where is that stupid thing? No, I have that sound effect. Did I lose it? Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to have to look for that Time Machine sound effect. I have it on the computer. I know I do somewhere. But anyway, I'll get it back somehow. I lost that sound. I thought I still had it. Anyway, let's go back. Time Machine sound effect. Our Time Machine is on the blink. Okay, needs fixed. Okay, but we can still go back in time. So let's go back now to today, April 2nd, 1965. Here's what was going on in the news. Check it out. On this day, it was a Friday, and under the sign of Eris, the planet's position on April 2nd, 1965, the U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson, Democratic famous people were born on this day, including Rodney King and Robert Lorenz. In that special week of April, let's make sure we turn this down just a little bit, okay. On that special week in April, U.S. people were listening to Stop in the Name of Love by the Supremes. In the UK, Concrete and Clay, Unit 4+2, it was on the top 5 list. In Harm's Way was directed by Otto Preminger. It's one of the most viewed movies released in 1965, while Stage Struck by Maurice Zolotto was one of the best-selling books. On TV, we're watching Be My Guest, and much more happened on this day. Check below. Got some old newspaper clippings of some of the stories. It's available on a great site called TakeMeBack.com. Check that out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to even save it on my computer here so that I always have it. It's got some good stuff on it. So there you go. That's what happened on this day in 1965. And on the record charts, let's take a look with a scope survey of this week. And this, of course, this is the week of April 1st, 1965, which was a Thursday. We're just going to do it anyway. The top 10 hits from this week in 1965.
In quick review, Capsule Countdown.
Number 10. Then I wouldn't be doggone. I'd be long gone.
Number 9.
One kiss for old time's sake.
Number 8.
My love for you just grows and grows. Oh, it grows and grows.
7. Number 6.
If you need someone to count on, count me in.
Number 4.
Come on, baby, let's play the game of love, love, la 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 la.
Number 3.
For I know I'll never find another you.
2.
I'm telling you now, I'm telling you right away.
Number 1.
Number 1 song, Cast Your Fate to the Wind, the Sounds Orchestra. Spent 2 weeks at that position on this week in 1965.
In quick review, Capsule Countdown on
Radio Rock Go Go!
Alrighty, there it is. The countdown there for you. Here it is from the top 10. I'll be doggone. Marvin Gaye, great song. Number 9, One Kiss for Old Time's Sake by Ronnie Dove. Coming at number 8, It's Growing, The Temptations. Number 7, I Know a Place, Petula Clark. That's a good song. Number 4, a clapping song. I gotta remember that. Shirley Ellis. She had a lot of neat songs that were kind of fun, including The Name Game. Number 5 was Count Me In, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Of course, that was a brand new song in the number 10 spot, the top 10. It entered in. It was just entered at number 5. Number 4, Game of Love, Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. Some of these songs were in the Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack. Number 3, and Never Find Another You by the Seekers. I thought that was Never Find Another You. That's what it always sounded like when I was a kid. Anyway, number 2, I'm Telling You Now, Freddie and the Dreamers at number 2. And again, in the number 1 position, a song that was also by Vince Girardi, who was did a lot of music for the Peanuts. He did this song, but it was done by the Sounds Orchestra. Number 1 this week in 1965 on the Gary J. The Morning Show on GJRB Online. Number 1 this week in 1965. Cast Your Fate to the Wind, Sounds Orchestra. Yeah, like I said before, that song was covered by Vince Girardi, who did the music for the Peanuts gang. Yeah, he did this too. I guess there must have been 2 versions of this song. Absolutely fabulous. I love that piece of music. Anyway, that's Vince Girardi, number 1 this week in 1965 on our Scope Top 10 survey. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you like those surveys, hit that like button. Love to hear from you because we're going to do more of those. I love doing that. The top 10 from a certain time this year. It's so fun to listen to. I love doing that stuff. So we'll play some of those songs. We'll try to get those in, but we're running out of time as we get close to the end of Gary J in the Morning. Tell you what, though, let's take a look at what's going on Spreaker today. It's time for that favorite part of the show where I talk about what's going to be on the radio here on Spreaker. It's time for What's on Spreaker right now. Yeah. Look at that. Going along, we've been going through some of the list today. We did have some listeners today, and I want to thank them for tuning in for a little while. It's fabulous. Jen Eaches, congratulations on your marriage to Gary Eaches. You know, I am from Pennsylvania, but I'm from just east of you. Well, no, west. Southwest of you, actually. I'm from Pittsburgh. So I originally grew up in Pittsburgh. So a lot of the influence I have as being a disc jockey were from some great DJs and KQV, the Windows Studios showcased on downtown Pittsburgh. That's where I used to hang out and watch the DJs, the Window KQV. Boy, those were the days when I wanted to do that. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on Spreaker tonight. And today, let's do that right now. What's on Spreaker? Starting out at 2 o'clock this afternoon, just after we get off the air, about an hour. And I think that would probably be one. I have to check that. Think It Ain't Illegal Yet, St. Clinton. And then at 3 o'clock, it's on again. I just have 2 hours worth there. And then at 6 o'clock tonight, tune in to Tuesdays with Zambonzo, Vinyl Oasis Radio. Check that out. Kind of listen to this guy. He's on tonight at 6 o'clock. At the same time, it's Debbie Scott Radio Network. Debbie and John, the Hot Classic Rock tonight. 6 o'clock Central. Check that out. They play some good music, too. Debbie and John are fabulous. And they are, the newest guy we have on our list there, Black Dragon Radio follows these people. They're fabulous. Down in Florida, they play some good music. They play a great variety of hot classic rock tonight. 6 o'clock, Debbie and John, smoking hot classic rock on the Debbie Scott Radio Network. Tune in tonight for that. And then at 9 o'clock p.m., either nationally, that would probably be Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock tonight, the Indie Star Insider will be on the air, Indie Star Radio. And then, of course, at 8:30, right here, Central Time, is the Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado, on tonight. And I know he's going to talk about this whole Joe Biden bit. I know he's going to talk about it. I'm going to get a hold of him. I'm going to make sure. I know he's going to talk about it. So tune in tonight for that. It's going to be fabulous. The Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado, tonight. This man packs a lot of punch. He doesn't mince words, man. He don't play no games. He's absolutely incredible. And Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado, tonight, 8:30 Central Time, 6:30 in the Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Tonight, right here on Spreaker. So check him out. He's going to be here. Ed always has something. Oh, man, Ed's got something. I know he's going to have something tonight, so you got to tune in. I'll be listening. It's fabulous. And, of course, 11 o'clock tonight in the Central Time Zone is Spaced Out Radio. 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern. Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. And Dave's got some interesting guests this week. Thursday night, he's going to have on George Knapp. I think that's awesome. I don't know how you did it, Dave, but that's awesome. He got George Knapp. And of course, George Knapp fills in on Coast to Coast. And I guess they're going to talk about some aliens and UFOs and stuff. So you got to check out that show. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. That's tonight. That's Thursday night. I'm going to check and see what his guest lineup is tonight. Right now, I'm going to that. I forgot what he said it was going to be anyway. So I'm going to check down here. He's going to have, Geraldine Orozco on tonight. And he's had her on before. It's going to be a good show. Tune in tonight, 11 o'clock. Geraldine Orozco. Great guest. He always has Geraldine Orozco on quite often. First Tuesday of every month. So this is the first Tuesday of the month. I thought I heard that tornado siren this morning. They were testing sirens this morning. I thought so. The first Tuesday of the month, Geraldine Orozco from the Bay Area Meditation in San Francisco, California, on the Spiritual You. And it's a show where you can talk about anything from spirituality to intuition to ET contacts. That's tonight. Geraldine Orozco on Spaced Out Radio tonight. Tune in. It's going to be fabulous. You'll have to check that out. And that's what's going on Spreaker tonight. And what's on Spreaker? Always part of the GJRB Online. On every live show, I tell you what's going to be on Spreaker. It's one of our favorite features here on GJRB Online. And you can find all these... that's just the tip of the iceberg, folks. I'm telling you, there are more people on there that we play, that I follow on here, that have absolutely fabulous shows. I mean, fabby shows, absolutely incredible. Ed Delgado, we mentioned him. Of course, every morning at 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. in Alaska. You can tune into Radio Hope. Mike Myers and company. Great. He's funny. Really gets into all that. The Ranger Rob's poopy bags and the coffee, and he's absolutely fabulous. You got to check this out. Get the poopy bags. Cause that's how I know. I was thinking about getting them myself for my dog, but just we don't have the money in the budget to do something like that because I know the price high on those. But someday I'm going to get those. Ranger Rob poopy bags, and of course that coffee that he advertises. He endorses some great stuff, and he just gives you inspiration to get you through the day. You got to check him out. He's just the best. Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. And that's weekday mornings at 8 a.m. And he's on Good Talk Radio Network. His show repeats, I think it's like 7 o'clock at night on Good Talk Radio Network. I think he replays it. Absolutely great show. Tune into that. I mean, you want to listen to some great radio, listen to this guy. He's absolutely incredible. Mike Myers, Radio Hope Network, 8 o'clock in the morning. You'll just have to check it out for yourself. It's the best. And Gary Eaches, he's a good friend of Mike's, and fabulous preacher. I listen to his preaching. Absolutely incredible. Man of the Lord. And Jesus Christ is number one and always will be. And like I said before, when I played that song, Jesus Changes Everything, that's no joke. I'm going to put that in a heavy list. That's a fabulous tune. And it's true. He does. He changes everything. He changes everything. And we need Jesus in our life, folks. I'm telling you right now, this world is getting nuts. And we need to seriously think, where are we spending eternity? Are we spending it, in a bad place, or we want to spend it in a good place? I say we spend it in a good place. We don't want to spend it in a bad place. I got on my next Way Out There show, I'll be doing a feature on that, on hell. I'm going to be talking about it. It's real, folks. This is no game. When you listen to this feature I'm doing on hell, on Way Out There, think about it. Seriously. Think about the torture that you'll be in for eternity. Think about, do you want to go there? No, you don't. We need Jesus in our life, folks. We need him now. We need to invite him back into America. We need to combat it. I've seen a lot of news about religious persecution going on around the world. I've seen this already posted on Facebook on the news. And there's a lot of that going on right now. I've already put a lot up here. I don't know if I saved it, but I have it here somewhere. CBN story on that, just very thing. And there is a lot of that going on here. And there's already some churches. This is in China. We've been talking about this on the last 7 days. In China, religious persecution is all over. You can get arrested for preaching the word, for bringing people to Christ. This is no game, folks. I'm telling you, this is happening now. We were listening, if you were listening to our church services, we have here from our Church of Christ, our pastor was talking about this very thing this past week. And we need to be serious about what we're going to spend eternity here and who we're going to take seriously. Jesus Christ. The world's going away slowly. We have to start thinking about things. And the remainder of my show, I'm going to play Christian rock because, we got that coming back. I have not been faithful myself. I've been holding anger. And I think it's sometimes I play too much secular music on here. And I play it, and I love to play the oldies in the 50s and 60s, rock and roll. But every show I'm going to try to do is do a little God talk, a little preaching, a little, because I want to reach people. And I do play secular music to reach people who need the Lord. And the best way to do that is to bring them in and start bringing them the Word. And through this broadcast, that's what I'm doing. Because it's time. It's time to take them seriously, folks. It's time to quit playing around. And, really, what's going on in the news, I've had it. I've pretty much done with that. I really am. I'm tired of them, bashing Trump 24/7. Because that's all it is on these news channels. It's a Trump bashing fest, and yet they're very democratic campaign. Man running for president right now, Joe Biden, is doing the very same thing that Donald Trump is doing. And what are they doing? Are they slamming him? There's one of the women is defending him. So here we go. Let's just see how this all cooks out. It's just going to be amazing when it all comes down, when the old blankety blank hits the fan. Really, I mean, hypocrisy at its best. Are they going to lambaste Mr. Biden? No, they're not. Joe Biden, no, he doesn't do that. Oh, he's innocent. Oh, but yet Donald Trump, who's a Republican, fun for president. Oh, well, yeah, we already have him in there for all the stuff that he did to women, which I'm not saying that Donald Trump is innocent. He is not. But are they going to let Biden get by with it? Oh, he's one of their own. We can't do that. Oh, we can't slam Biden. Oh, no, we can't do that. Oh, that hypocrisy, folks. Telling you. That's what it is. We're going to talk about it. Gary Wrestling Program Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock Central Time. Freestyle show. We're going to be talking about this. I'm going to be getting a hold of Ed Delgado tonight. I'm going to see if we can get him on. We're going to see if we can get some people here. We're going to be chatting some news Thursday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central, right here on GJRB Online. 4 o'clock in the East, 1 o'clock Pacific. Tune in, 12 o'clock noon in Alaska for the Gary Wrestling Program, live Thursday. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about this stuff because I'm telling you right now, it's got to be put up in the forefront. It's crazy. I mean, whatever comes up out of this, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be following to see what they say about Biden in the next couple of days. So I'm telling you what. Oh, brother. So we're going to do that, and I'm seeing some things on my Facebook. I'm going through that, and I'm kind of popping in through some things, and see what we have here. Some of the things we're going to be talking about, and some stuff in the news. So let's tune in. We're going to be broadcasting live again on Thursday afternoon, and then Friday it's Smooth Jazz. And we just played the new one by a guy named James Wilkins, and we're going to get a hold of him. He is a new, and we're following him. He's a new artist on our emerging list, and more than likely be getting into the rotation of our Smooth Afternoon. So check that out. It's all coming up. We got some new stuff all the time here on GJRB, and new music always. And I don't know. It's sorry about that summertime, Gold in the Summertime. I'm going to get a hold of the guy who produced that and find out why, if we can play it on my show and get some more exposure for him. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and see what I can do there to get that song back, because I thought I still had it on the computer, but apparently it must have went somewhere, or I deleted it or something. I have to find it. Oh, you know how that goes. I don't know. I lose things, and of course things get deleted from the computer when I'm cleaning it. So just wonder about where all that is. So we'll look for it. It's here somewhere. I'll find it, and when I do, I'll be playing it more often. We'll get back in the rotation. So it is a recurrent. So we're going to pull that out. I'll tell you what, we're getting down to about 11 minutes left in our program. So I'm going to close out here. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today to the Gary J in the Morning program. And this show will be available all the rest of the day. So if you don't get a chance to hear us live, you can listen to us after the fact in the Spreaker page there, the GJRB Online Network Spreaker page. Just get on it. That's GJRB Online on Spreaker. If you are listening on YouTube, or rather on Twitter, you can go in there. I am the Radio Maniac. When you get in there, you'll see our show, and you just hit that play button. It'll open up a little widget there for you, and you can listen right there and talk to me right out of the chat room there. And it'll take you right into the Spreaker chat room. So you don't even have to go through all that rigmarole. You go to the Spreaker, www.spreaker.com. Go into it, hit GJRB just type GJRB Online Network in the search engine. It'll take you right to the site. It'll take you right there. So let's hope that we can get some more people listening to this broadcast. I'm really hoping we can get some more out there. And there's a lot of them out there. We just have to find them. I'm sure they're there. Just find out what people are listening to and what you would like to hear. And if you like the countdowns that I do, leave me a note, would you? Let me know that you like the countdown. Hit that like button, because I'm always wanting more people to hit that like button, because that means that there's people out there who love the show and who enjoy it. And that's what I like to hear. And if you have a song request, that's where we'll put it. If you have some stuff that you would like to add to it, if you want to get in the chat room and say hi, do that. Black Dragon Radio is going to join me this morning. Apparently, I guess he had some stuff to do. So, Black Dragon, if you're listening on a after the fact on-demand podcast, enjoy the program anyway. It's available to listen to any time in the afternoon, even if it's Gary J in the morning, because it's probably morning somewhere. It is. It's probably morning somewhere, so somebody will probably hit that play button and hit that like button. I really appreciate it if you do, because that means that you got some listeners. I got some people listening to the program. And it's always fantabulous when we get those listeners. So please hit that like button, because I always appreciate when we get some listeners on this station. Because I don't really get as many listeners as I'd like. But when I do get listeners and I get people participating, it makes the show so much more fun. It really does. I mean, I can't say enough. It's just, it's a lot more fun when you got people involved. If I'm not talking to myself or entertaining myself, well, sometimes that's what it feels like. Really, it does. I mean, it is maybe self-talk therapy, as Mike always puts it. And he probably is right. It probably is. But it's always great when I get some people coming in and participating and making the show more fun and more smooth going and more interesting. Especially when I'm doing news and I'm talking about stuff. It'd be absolutely fabulous if we get some people out there tuning in. You know what I mean? I'm going to play a leftover from the show that we did not get in the first hour, that we did not play yet to close out the show today. That's going to do it for Gary J in the morning. And thanks a lot for tuning in, folks. Had a great time doing the show. Going to leave you with Wayne Whiteside. Mr. White's going to take us out, man, with some great blues. Have yourself your best day ever. Be good to each other. We'll see you again on Thursday. Goodbye, everyone.
My hangover this morning is really not that bad. I got ways of getting through this. I start talking to my cat. But we ain't decided what to do. But my cat's getting nervous. You know she's worried about my heart. The only one here now, and she's scared it's gonna stop. She has to listen to me, and she'd like to go to sleep. it's all over, you know she joins me on the floor. I'm amazed at what this did to me. I never thought she'd leave, but there's a lie I have to live with, lie I must believe. I can still hear her screaming why. She's not the one that led, she's the one that cried.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland.
Coast to coast and way out there, fans, listen up. If you like UFO conspiracies, ghosts, and the paranormal, you'll love Spaced Out Radio, Spreaker's answer to Coast AM, with more interesting guest experts in the paranormal and UFOs each month. If you like Way Out There, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Own the night with Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott, nightly at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, and 9 p.m. Pacific, on Spreaker, on Periscope, and on D-Talk Radio Network. The weird, the strange, the bizarre. Way Out Fun. Way Out There. Another show coming soon on GJRB Online. This is the GJRB Online Network.